I am starting a new project that I thought might be fun to, I guess, vlog, but it's not really vlogging, a project plogging. We'll make that up. I'm gonna try and make a quilt. And I went to Alaska in July of this year, and one of the things I did is at each stop, they created this thing called the row by row experience. And so at each shop you go to, you buy this row. See if I have an example. So like this one's from Wasilla in Alaska. And so you get this row. You see that how pretty it is? And you make it. And so this one said finished size 9 inches by 36 inches, so 4 feet. And then you take like 8 of them. I bought, I think 8 or 9. And then you make an entire quilt out of all these rows. And so I'm starting for the first time, never done it before, and we'll see how it goes. And so I thought I would video it because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'll show you what I have. So I'm gonna start with the first row. Not that Wasilla one, but this one is from Ketchikan, Alaska. And so you get these instructions. And so here are the instructions. And this is the row I'm going to be making. See the little bear and the whale. And then there's a plane. It's kind of hard to see, but there'll be a plane up in the sky. So I'm really excited. So they give you pre-cut fabric. So here they give you all the pieces. So like this one, I'm not sure. It might be like grass or something, I don't know. And then this one might be that whale's tail and stuff. And so they, in the instructions they give you, they will give you the like basically stencil, and you cut it out to the right thing. So then you make this quilt and you use like adhesive and you stitch it and whatnot. And so this is the beginning. So this will be the sky, and then the water for that one. And then the plane, they actually already cut for me, which is awesome. And then this will be the top of the little propeller. I gotta iron it because it's a little flat. They also gave me the bear, which I think is awesome because he would have been really hard to cut. So they do laser cutting at the store. And so that's how they got the perfect pieces. So all I need to do is stick him on and put like iron to it to heat and bond or something it's called, and then I'll have it. Then I'll stitch all around everywhere else to make sure it looks good. But yeah, so follow with me if you want to build a quilt with me. So things you're gonna need for this project, you're gonna need the adhesive stuff. So I went to the store and bought this, and it's called Wonder Under. It's the paper-backed fusible web. So it's adhesive, and that's what this is. This like thin sheer type paper. So on one side it's paper, on the other side is this web. And so you heat that on, and then it'll stick to the fabric, and you pull off the paper part, and then it's stuck onto whatever shape you made, such as that bear. And then it'll stick onto this fabric. And that's easy enough. So you're going to start by taking the paper that I just showed you, and you're gonna trace out on it the stencils that are given to you, and so that you can then cut that out and then put it to the fabric, and then make cutting the fabric a lot easier. just stenciled. So I have my whale tail on the paper, on the fusible web, and I'm gonna cut that out so that I can then take it and use it to cut out the whale tail piece from the fabric. This one is that on the front, so I showed you that instruction page, but this was actually the front cover. So this one, the name of the shop was Whale's Tail, and as I said, this one was from, oh, this one was from Ketchikan, Alaska. Sorry, I think I said the wrong one earlier. But yeah, so I had a really cool one. And the nice thing is they gave you the fabric requirements and which one goes with each piece. So because I'm doing this whale tail, it says 3" by 4" and with gray spots. So I can go into the little fabric pile, and I've actually already found it. So here's all the fabric that it came with. But as you can see, this one is the gray one with the spots. So now all I have to do is take it, and it says to put it on the wrong side. So here's the wrong side. You can tell this one actually has some glitter in the spots. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the correct side. This is the wrong side. So we're gonna adhere this to the wrong side, and we're gonna cut it out on this side so that when we go to stick it onto this fabric, it'll stick and we'll have the correct side up. Tool for this project will be this rotary cutter. So this is the one I bought. It's in the Fiskars brand, but it's the 45mm medium duty rotary cutter. It's got this loop handle. I actually haven't taken that out of the package yet, but it's also got this tab here that you push down so that the blade pops down so that you stay safe. Bring it back in so you don't risk cutting yourself. So I've ironed on the fusible web, and it's now on my fabric on the wrong side. Next thing I'll be doing is cutting out around it so then I have the fabric in the right shape. whale tail. I'm actually just going to continue and keep doing all of the pieces that are required for this project. Get that fusible backing onto it, and then I can start sticking. Because after I'm done making all of those, the next thing I'm going to have to do is actually sew. So I'm going to need to take this sky, which is the top part, and this water part, and I'm going to need to sew them together before I can actually do any sticking. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going and make the rest of the pieces. I actually just went through and cut out all of the, I need to come up with a new name because I am not remembering this adhesive webbing thing, and I did it for all the shapes that they have in this packet. So it's got this mountain, it's got all the orcas, I already got the plane, so they gave that to me. Mountain, snow, all that. I went through and cut it all out. All right here in these pieces. So now the next thing I do is I take all the fabrics that go with them and I'm going to iron the rest of them on. So I showed you how I did the one whale tail, and so now I'm going to do all of the rest. I like efficiency, so I did that, and now I can just do all the ironing, kind of like an assembly line, and then I'll come back and I can start sewing. lot today. I got a little exhausted, but I did a lot. I managed to cut out all of them except 3, which I think is pretty darn good. I still have the 3 mountains. So in the green in the picture, I'll show you the picture. I still have this mountain, and then this mountain to cut out. Not bad. That's pretty good. So I'll finish cutting those out maybe tomorrow if I get time. And then I'll pull out my sewing machine and we'll start stitching these together so that I can start adhering all the pieces to it. So here's what I did. You can see the orcas, the snow, kind of can't see it, but here's this, it's a bush. These are the totems. I have the whale tail. The bear I didn't do, I can't take credit for that. And then this is sand to show, oh, that way, on the picture. So, I'll catch up with you next time when I keep going.